Watt. Proof that we are an equal opportunity employer here. I'm just kidding. My name is Savannah Stewart. Savannah, after my mom's favorite city in Georgia, and Berlin, not after her favorite city in Germany, but after the shitty 80s band, best known for Take My Breath Away. My mom was 16 and pregnant. So I've decided if I ever have an illegitimate child of my own, I'll follow a similar naming convention. Bieber after my favorite musical talent, and Chico after my favorite city to party in. Bieber Chico. Hopefully he'll be as talented as that little lesbian. So, did you guys all have a nice Easter? As an American, I'm only going to recognize the Christian holidays because of that whole, union of church and state. It's in the Constitution. But I feel like in San Francisco, between all of the affluent gay males and all of the older single career women, I'm always witnessing an egg hunt, only they don't want the colored ones. So I'd like to point out that I'm normally a lot skinnier, but it was just the holidays, and the morning after pill always gives me a healthy appetite. I've decided to wait it out a little longer next time and just have an actual abortion, because I hear you're not hungry for a while after having one of those. So have you guys ever noticed that grown women in pigtails give off that I skipped my meds today vibe? There was a lady at the Caltrain station the other day, and she was at the kiosk, and I was just like, I don't know if you know this, but there's a Walgreens pharmacy like right around the corner. And she just kind of was like, ah! And I was like, okay, I got to get the fuck out of here now. So I can't remember the last time I enjoyed a hug unless it came from someone who I really wanted to have sex with. And I find people are really divided on the issue. They either like hate them or they love them. You're like, I just saw you like 15 fucking minutes ago. So I think the satisfaction that comes from a high five is much better. So, 4.0, high five, got a promotion, high five, creepy uncle, high five. So I've narrowed it down to 4 scenarios where I find a hug is absolutely necessary. So ask yourself these 4 questions, and if you answer yes to any of them, go right in for the nipple bump. Number 1, has it been 4 or more years since I've last seen you? Number 2, has my mother just died? Number 3, do I without a doubt want to have sex with you? Number 4, are you passing me drugs? I might also point out that high five is not actually appropriate in any of those 4 situations. And also, come on in, ladies, join us. Also, I might also point out that if I'm drunk, there's a loophole to these 4 questions, and that if I'm drunk, you should always go in for the hug because odds are I'll want to have sex with you. So I'm getting really tired of these engagement photos with like the fucking couples like in an almond orchard or like in front of an old abandoned barn. First of all, who the fuck hangs out in those situations? And second of all, like, it's not like you're like, hey honey, what are you doing this weekend? You want to hang out in front of our favorite old abandoned barn? So I really am waiting for the day when the girl answers the question, so how did he pop the question with, well, we were at the DMV, because that'd be one badass motherfucker to ask a girl for her hand in marriage at the DMV. He's not trying to like cloud her decision with like the fucking Eiffel Tower. Plus, you can get a lot of shit done while you're there. Like, she could change her last name on her ID. They could take their engagement photos with that like blue background. It'd be great. So I'm a former unicorn, which is basically a lesbian who's never had sex with a man. And I found out really quickly the term unicorn has a very different meaning for lesbians as it does for gay men. For lesbians, a unicorn, like I said, is a lesbian who's never had sex with a man, because neither really exists. And for gay men, a unicorn is someone who straps a dildo on their forehead and fucks someone else in the ass. So I was going around very proud of the fact that I was a unicorn, and gay guys were like, God damn girl, you're kinky. And I was like, it's not really that kinky at all, it's actually kind of innocent. So as a lesbian, I get asked a lot of questions about, well, being a lesbian. And I think I've created a pretty good list of those. So basically, here they are, and I'm going to answer them from a lesbian-ish girl. from the mouth of me, a lesbianish girl. So a lot of people ask me, do you scissor? And I'm like, actually, I've tried it once. It's like being kicked in the vagina over and over and over again. And a lot of straight girls will ask me, how do lesbians have sex? And I'm like, how many drinks have you had? They're like, one. I'm like, come with me, I'll show you. And then a lot of straight men also like to ask, how do lesbians have sex? And I'm like, how many drinks do you think I've had? They're like, one. I'm like, come with me, I'll show you. And then people are like, do you sync up with your girlfriend around your period? And I'm like, have you ever seen the movie Saving Private Ryan? Let's just say it's a bloody war, but no one's privates are safe. And then people will also ask me, have you ever had sex with a man? And I'm like, yeah, I tried it once. It's like being kicked in the vagina over and over and over again. And then, people will say, who's the man? And then I'm usually like, I'm the man. And they're like, wait, who's the man? I'm the man. It's basically because my vagina is a beast of the southern wild. If you guys have seen that movie, you might get it. So having sex with a man and having sex with a woman can both be pretty fucking terrible in their own ways. Having sex with a man, well, I'll just demonstrate for you guys. Woo! It's getting hot over here. Ow. What's that smell? Did I put my clothes in the dryer? Well, that's really going to help with my level of comfort. What's this guy's name again? Channing? Tatum? No, really, what's his name? Lamar. Oh, that would explain why this is not very comfortable. Or was that his brother? They're definitely related. Oh, you just come already? What? Oh, nothing. No, seriously, it's been 15 fucking minutes. What, do I look like a lube dispenser? And then after having sex with a woman, you have a fucking carpal tunnel, rug burn up to your eyebrows, and you can't chew or eat your food for 24 to 48 hours. So my friend's car recently got broken into. He had a car alarm, but those fucking things, they just don't work. They go off and people go or look around, they're all annoyed, someone shut that shit off. So I really think you should be able to personalize your car alarm to guilt the person into not breaking into your car. So it'd be like, I have AIDS, why are you doing this to me? My herpes is in its active stage, please stop. I'm from Oakland, just like you. Of course, then that would all have to be translated into Spanish. So, I'm not really racist, though, I swear to God, because I dated a Mexican for 6 years. I still celebrate the Cinco de Mayo every year like it's fucking Christmas. Have you guys ever been to a Mexican graduation? Probably not, because they don't happen very often. It was something like this. Jose Garcia. Here you go, Jose. Congratulations. Jose Garcia. Here you go, Jose. Congratulations. Jose Garcia. Congratulations. Maria Garcia. Congratulations. Maria Garcia. Congratulations. Maria Garcia. Congratulations. But the whole thing about being kicked in the vagina, that shit hurts. I've actually been kicked in the vagina. My brother and I were fighting when I was 12, and he kicked me in the vagina and broke my hymen. So I actually lost my virginity to my brother. But I'm from Bakersfield, so that's just called fitting in. But no, when I was in school, I actually didn't really fit in because I still have all my teeth. So the teachers, I would have to cover my mouth whenever I thought anything was funny because they would be like, I would get detention for showing off. Alright, you guys have been great. I hope you get laid or something tonight. If you don't, I hope you can at least lay yourself.